You may have heard about the concept of using equity for investing in property. I'm going to show you exactly how it works, how people are using this right now to scale up a portfolio of 5+ properties despite interest rates being so high and why you're being left behind. I'm going to share everything with my whiteboard, so if you're interested, definitely keep watching. Hey guys, my name's Ravi and welcome back to Personal Finance with Ravi Sharma. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button because I talk about real estate, personal development, and all things financial freedom. Now, if you do like these whiteboard videos, I've got plenty on the channel. I've even got a playlist, so definitely go check it out after this because you enjoy it. And if you specifically enjoy stuff about unlimited borrowing capacities, I made a video here around how you purchase under trusts and you can change how you go out and scale up a portfolio. Now make sure you stay all the way to the end because I'm gonna deep dive into this couple's portfolio. There's a portfolio growth plan that you can see behind me. I'm gonna go through, deep dive through it. And before we do that, let's jump into our whiteboard and smash it out. All right, I'm gonna show you the average way and then people who are doing this well, I call it the rich way. Now let's go through it. So what we have is an investment property here for $600,000. And yes, you can still purchase these right now in 2025 and 2026, although they're quite limited, so you need to be fast. Now the average way, and most people are purchasing property like this today, which is they go out there with a 20% deposit plus costs is about $40,000. So what they're spending is about $120,000 for the deposit, and then the 40K with the costs means that you need $160,000 to purchase this property. And it means that you've got a massive barrier to entry, which is why so many people don't actually get into property at all. Now, once you're in property and you see the gains after a year or two, you're like, why did I invest in anything else? Until you're there, you have to look at alternative methods. So a lot of people look at index funds, ETFs, and things like that. Once you're in property, you understand why you're in it. Now, in this case, what you do is for 5 years, you're basically saving money. And then you eventually have the choice of purchasing a property. You go in, purchase the property, and now you have to wait again for another 5 years before you can buy again. Because now you have to save up that deposit of 20% to purchase your next one. And what it effectively looks like is in year 5, you can purchase the first one, and then year 10, you can purchase the next one. But unfortunately, the same property that was worth $650,000, you're now having to purchase at $800,000 to $900,000. You of course can look at different areas. That requires a bit more research. If you need help with a team that can go out there and do that for you, I'll leave a link in the description box below. It's a free call. Now, let's look at what the rich way is. How are people today going out there and building a massive portfolio while you're left behind? Well, the same 600K property, they're putting a 10% deposit down. And yes, you've got to pay something called lender's mortgage insurance, but think of it like an investment to accelerate your growth. So you go out there and you say, I'm gonna go in at a 10% deposit, which is $60,000. My costs are gonna stay the same, which is about $40,000. And for anyone wondering, your costs would include things like stamp duty, your upfront costs like pest and building inspections, conveyancing, and then you've also got a BA fee, which is a buyer's agency fee, if you choose to go and outsource this to people who know what they're doing. Now be sure to find the right ones because there are a few dodgy ones that are running around and you don't wanna get caught with the wrong one. So in this case, you're only having to invest $100,000 versus the 160. And that means you can get into the market a lot quicker. Let me show you. So year 1, you'll continue saving, but in this case, by year 3, you can actually buy. And if you wait 2 years, you can buy again, which means after 5 years, you're now on your second property and you're allowing the market to do its thing. So you want to hold as many assets as possible for as long as possible in the market. Otherwise, compounding growth does not work for you. If you're looking at property for the next 2 to 3 years, it's not the right asset to get into. Now, when you wait another 3 years, you'll have enough equity to go and buy 2 to 3 more properties. So you can see how clearly they can get to goals, which is so much faster, so much higher and scalable than average people. So what would this look like? Well, you've got one property here, you go to the next one, and yes, you're purchasing again at a higher price point, but you can purchase a lot more, and that's probably all you'll need to have, and you can hold it for the rest of time. So if you decide you're gonna hold it for 20 years, you'll get the compounding growth, and that's gonna allow you to do massive things. So you might be asking, apart from the 10% deposit, how exactly are you gonna go from one property to 5 in say 5 years time? I can't save that much, Ravi. No one can, don't worry. I'm gonna show you how. So in this case, you're going out there and say it is a $650,000 home, you're going out there with a 90% LVR. I totally understand we were talking about a 600K property, but I'm gonna show you for all the skeptics out there saying, hey, by the time I actually start, the property you were talking about on YouTube was 600, now it's maybe 650. So I thought, okay, I'll do it at 650. Now, we have a loan here of $585,000, which is 90% of the total loan. Now, you have two numbers here. You have the average growth, which is about 7%, and then you have the SP growth. Now that's Search Property, a buyer's agency I founded. We have over 50 full-time staff. Now the reason that's 13% is because that's what we average for the last 5.5 years. And if you think it was just by fluke, my personal portfolio, which has been over 12 years of investing, has been on average growing every single year by greater than 11%. And that's across multiple states. So, despite what's happened recently, I still have confidence we can produce these results, if not better than that. And again, you should wait till the end because we're going to deep dive through this portfolio. I'm telling you, it not only just looks cool, but it's also a massive result for the clients. So in this case, if you grow at the 7%, your property is now worth $695,000. If you grow with SP, it's at $735,000. So a lot of people in the back that are saying, I don't want to spend that money. Well, your first year investment looks like $40,000 difference by doing it the right way. Now, if you want to buy again, you need $100,000. So year 2, at an average growth rate, you're going to now have your portfolio or property worth $744,000. The SP average would mean $830,000. So now we're seeing a really big divide because compounding growth happens every year. But let's say you go and refinance at 90% or equity top up to get some equity out. That would mean in example 1, which is just average, you would have $669,000 as the new loan. And in example 2, which is the SP average, it would mean $747,000. Now, let me explain what that means. Now, your current loan is $585,000. So your new loan, which is this number and this number, because what you're effectively doing is saying at the new value, I'm going to times that by 90%, and that's what this number is. So in order for you to figure out how much equity you have, some usable equity, you would do this formula. And what you see is that you would have now $84,000 available in example 1 and $162,000 available in example 2. Now keep in mind, at this point, you're still saving money. You're still going out there, you're still working, you got that income and you're saving money. So in addition to the equity that you have here and equity you have here, you could go out there with your savings to go out and buy property. Now, if you did this with SP, by year 3, you can buy 2 more properties. If you did this by yourself and potentially get some good results, you would be able to go and maybe get 1 more property. So now what you have is by year 3, so if you just went out there and you purchased 1 property, you would have the 1 and you would not be able to make another move. But if you went out there, say you did it with Search Property, you would have now 3 properties in your portfolio, and you can happen very quickly, as I've just shown you. Now the hardest part is getting into the first one. Once you've done the first one, the next few build momentum and allow you to grow without you actually actively putting money in. So I want to show you exactly how this works and how sometimes in the comments I get roasted because these are fake numbers, these don't work. I'm going to show you exactly what the portfolio plan says for a client of ours and exactly how they've done it. All right, so what we have here is the year portfolio projection. And if you're wondering what this software actually is, it's meant for clients. It is only exclusively to Search Property clients. We have a full stack development team that works in-house and we go out there and develop products and services that suit our clients. It's to go out there and make the experience better, but also give you tools that nobody else has access to. And what this will do is we can go out there, create scenarios of when you want to sell, when you don't want to sell. So if you want a deep dive video of how the portfolio plan actually works and how it can help you, leave me a comment down below saying portfolio plan, and I'll actually make more videos about this as well. So what we have is at a very high level, this is the net cash flow situation. They've actually gone on to purchase 7 properties and they did that in a few years. And I don't want to spend too much time here, but I just wanted to show you a real glimpse of what's possible. And what you can see is now that they've bought 7 properties, you can see here the portfolio value. And what these numbers represent is the annual growth rate that the properties are growing at. So when I say 13%, this is what you need to be looking at, is you've got anything from 12.6% all the way up to 16.4%. Now, if you've got your portfolio growing at almost twice the national average or twice what anyone else is getting, that's going to allow you to move faster and you're not going to worry about having to pay an upfront fee, which is why these clients have done 7 properties. These guys aren't alone. There's some clients that have gone out there and purchased 10 to 15 properties with our help as well. Now, what's crazy is how it actually works long term. What you can see is this continue to compound, and that same portfolio is going to be worth close to $11 million. And in that case, you would also have about $6 million worth of equity. And what you'll notice, and most importantly, is that the debt stays the same. The loan has never been paid off. So while people tell you that, oh my God, I need to go out there and I need to go out and pay all of my debt down, there are ways out there that people are doing this, and this is why they're succeeding and you might be being held back. Again, if you need help and you want access to stuff like this, you need to reach out to us. There's a free call. We've helped over thousands of clients now. And I hope that you're one of the few that actually take action to go out and make 2026 absolutely massive. If you have enjoyed this video, smash that like button. And if you have enjoyed this video, you're probably gonna enjoy the Excel video that I made here. Is nerding out on how these numbers come to fruition and how they're not made up. It gives you an insight as to how these numbers can compound over time, and you just need to be patient, and you may not need as many properties as you think. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks, guys.